Guys, this is Roger here from Affinity X. You're here to celebrate gospel music of black origin, and this is how we do it. Now I'm gonna show something which is going to yes, you saw that. Yeah. Now, okay, so I'm gonna be going through this trailer that's on there. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to watch it right now. As you can see, guys, there's this program that's coming out on Showtime, I believe it is. I don't think it's even on Netflix. It's on Showtime, and it got my attention. And it obviously it's just I took a picture of this to kick things off with, and it kind of came out kind of not looking too good on myself. Still, looking like I'm trying to do some threatening thing with white people. It's not from it. It's just a trailer that for this film called or series called Everything is gonna be all white. Now I thought, wow, what a crazy title. But listen, guys, we're gonna get to it right now. And I'm gonna press play in this trailer and go through it, and hopefully you get a vibe of it. So let's hit this out.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when they kill us.
What is fragile about whiteness when everything has been constructed around it?
Every part of who I am has been distorted or criminalized.
It's really just a bunch of white lies.
We're storming the Capitol!
You're not patriots, you're ridiculous.
One of the definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
I'm gonna stop right there. Now, if you are a person going, whoa, this is a bit too blatant, and this doesn't apply to the UK. This has nothing to do with the UK. It's got everything to do with the UK anyway. Still, yeah, because the reality show is that basically when it comes to, I think sometimes I know that there's been a very liberal, very put in the face thing, a very push on back about whiteness, but sometimes the true facts are the true facts, and I think that so far I can't go against anything that's been said. I know it's a very uncomfortable conversation, but you know what, still, guys, me personally, so far so good, very interesting. Yes, I always say warn. This is the biggest warning for young men. I always says, do not, be careful. Listen, guys, do not. It's just the tears. It's of a white person is seen. It's very powerful. We may joke about it. It's been going viral, but there's some serious things that need to be put out there. And this is a very Americanized approach, but sometimes we can almost circle that to be America's journey. But there's other journeys where these aspects have manifested itself in different ways. So it's very interesting, and I'm intrigued so far. You know what I'm saying? I do think it'd be very uncomfortable if I was a white person watching this anyway. Still, yeah, but that's just me anyway. Still, yeah. But let's have a look anyway. So let's carry on.
White people, we are not your problem. You are.
Should white people today feel any responsibility for slavery?
Hell yeah.
White Jesus or black Jesus?
Jesus was not white.
Think of geography. Ain't no way Jesus walked around with blonde hair and blue eyes.
White culture fears the end of the world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened like multiple times.
Symbols and monuments, these are mementos of racism.
Bring that statue down. Put up a TCBY yogurt or something. Everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told about history.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
There's always hope. You know what I'm saying? We don't give up.
It's about obliterating systemic and institutionalized racism.
This is a wild place, y'all. It's a wild place. I know Harriet and Frederick be up there just like, what is they gonna do?
Okay, so that was that. Okay, guys, that was kind of like, if you guys do watch it, this is called Everything Going to Be All White. Now the reality show is, guys, it does pose up a problem which we've reiterated on this station, which we've talked about on this station. Major problem for me is that basically the fact that we do try to ignore history. We do try to move forward without recognizing the intention of past sins, because they just manifest themselves through in laws, in the way we've been treated as non-whites. And I think that sometimes I think it's very overwhelming in this period. If I was white and I was looking at, oh my gosh, not again, very, very overwhelming. But for centuries, you know, end of the day, so you wiped out the actions of maybe a few or many, whichever way you look at it, has wiped off wiped out nations, almost destroyed, decimated the Americas in terms of people, you know, and to take that narrative out of history, to make it pretty and focus on people like Costa's Last Stand and different things like that, still is out of order. There has been a genocide, you know, as that Native American mentioned about, you know, end of the world has already happened for them, you know, and it's very sad and very solemn, you know, really thinking about it, you know, and also you got to look at how do you perceive black people, you know. We don't want to, I'm not even going to touch on the Super Bowl. I might do that in a second still, but the reality show is that basically we always deemed looked upon as negative, and it all comes from somewhere. And this is why history needs to be taught from a different narrative. It's something that we posed in Exterminate the Brutes review on the station. Do check that out. But the reality show is that when we give things from a different perspective, yeah, it really gives you an idea of, hold on a second, you know, maybe we weren't conquerors and saviors and civilizing nations, when reality shows that, you know, that people civilized the Northern Europe because Northern Europe was seen as uncivilized compared to that period. And it's something really major is one of the key persons. Now this is obviously a secular ran film. Its focal point is still Jesus. Jesus is the Don of all religions, and is the figurehead. And the figurehead has been made to look like what it's not, and it's made to look like with blonde hair and blue eyes. And the reality show is, if we wiped out every version of that and converted it back to its true color, you know what I'm saying, whether it's brown or black with black hair, you know what I'm saying, there will be problems. You know what I'm saying, you know. So we have to show is the narratives, the film programs like this, as much as it's uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying, you know, uncomfortable watch, triggering watch, you know, I think it's very good. I think it's very informative for people who are white just to watch these programs. Maybe we might go a bit too far sometimes with some of the things we're saying, but all the comments that was made there, I think is real important and real true and very impacting. I think it needs to be watched by everybody out there, whether you're white, black, Asian, whichever, because the thing is, it's about understanding, it's about education, it's about looking from a different perspective, how you see different leadership. You may look at certain people as mighty people, but we look at them as slave masters who tortured us, who mistreated us. But you may look at who wiped out our nations, you know. So a different perspective is really important. So yo guys, that little thing that's going to be coming out, it should be very, very interesting. I know people are not feeling it. Some people going, oh, not again, but I'm going, you know what, it should be interesting anyway still, yeah guys. That outlook anyway still, yeah. But we're gonna play a bit more of some grime out there still, yeah. And this is Rajan Affinity Section celebrating gospel music of black origin, Lukewarm by Canola.
R14.
From one of my pastors.
Thank you for watching the content we're putting out. Listen, make sure that you are liking, subscribing and following us on all our social channels, including patreon.com. Make sure you're finding us on there to support what we do so we can support you. And remember guys, be extra.